Larry Csonka's football journey started when he arrived at Syracuse University in 1964. He didn't immediately step into the spotlight as a star running back. He actually started his collegiate career as a linebacker. However, his natural ability to punish anyone in his path quickly made a move to the offensive backfield a necessity. Syracuse was already home to a prestigious lineage of number 44 jerseys, legends like Jim Brown and Ernie Davis. But Csonka, wearing number 39, carved out a different kind of legacy. The Miami Dolphins selected Csonka with the 8th overall pick in the 1968 NFL Draft. But the early years were a struggle as he dealt with several concussions that nearly ended his career before it truly began. Everything changed in 1970 with the arrival of head coach Don Shula. Shula recognized that Csonka was the perfect engine for a ball control offense. Alongside backfield partners Jim Keek and Mercury Morris, Csonka became the hammer of the Dolphins dynasty. From 1971 to 1973, he pulled off a feat that was almost unheard of in that era: 3 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons in a 14-game schedule. This era was defined by the 1972 perfect season, where the Dolphins went 17-0. Csonka was the heartbeat of that team, providing the steady, bruising pressure that wore down even the most elite defenses. He was a psychological weapon. Opponents knew he was coming, yet they still couldn't stop him. His physical style was so extreme that he famously received a personal foul for unnecessary roughness while he was the one carrying the ball, simply because he delivered a forearm shiver that leveled a Buffalo Bills defender. His career peak came in Super Bowl VIII, where he rushed for a then-record 145 yards and 2 touchdowns on 33 carries, earning the game's MVP honors and cementing Miami's status as back-to-back champions. In a shocking move for the sport at the time, Csonka left the NFL in 1975 to join the World Football League with the Memphis Southmen. While the WFL eventually folded, the move highlighted Csonka's value as one of the biggest stars in the world of sports. He spent a few seasons with the New York Giants, where he remained a productive power runner despite the team's struggles. However, his story had one final perfect chapter. In 1979, he returned to the Miami Dolphins for a final season. At age 33, many thought he was finished, but Csonka proved them wrong by rushing for over 800 yards and a career-high 12 touchdowns. This performance earned him the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award and allowed him to retire on his own terms with the franchise that made him a star. He finished his career with 8,081 rushing yards and 64 touchdowns, but those numbers only tell part of the story. The real legacy of Larry Csonka is the way he played the game, with a relentless blue-collar work ethic and a refusal to be brought down. In 1987, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Today, while he may not be mentioned as often as modern highlight reel players, any true student of the game knows that without the zonk, there is no undefeated season and no Dolphins dynasty. He remains the gold standard for power football,